Hey guys, welcome back for another video. Today we're taking a look at the last of the most recent batch of HMS releases dropped by Beyblade. So these are one-to-one repros with the original Dranzer MF, saving the best for last. Of course, this one never released by Hasbro, so I didn't own this one as a kid. Wasn't particularly easy to get at the time. Really, your only option was eBay or trying to go through a proxy service, which was way more convoluted than it is now. Thankfully, those resources are a lot better. However, trying to get Donzer MF has not gotten easier. It's just gotten more expensive and more rare. So very excited to take a look at this one. If you guys want to check him out, I'll have a link to his Etsy where you guys can grab any of this stuff. All of these are repros by Beyblade, all of them fairly hard to get. So you've got Dragoon MS, Dranzer MS, Dragoon MF, Dragoon MSUV, Bloody Devil MS, and Shining God. But yeah, I'm very excited to take a look at this. Beyblade is doing amazing work here. So we've got a shot of Kai's son here. So you see these in the prologue chapter where Kai and Tyson are aged up. You don't actually see these in the show, and this is the final Dranzer ever released, which is crazy. Crazy to think about. So let's go ahead and open it up and take a look at it. So here's everything that you get in the box. You've got the parts, of course. So you've got Dranzer, you've got the chip, running core, you've got the weight disc, and then the support part. You actually get two support parts with this as well. So similar to Dragoon MF, these were split up into a random booster, and I think this is the stock one, and then this is one that got introduced in as an alternate in the random booster. You get a tool, and then you also get some stickers, of course. So it looks like we've got black Dranzer there. So I think he does have a black recolor for this, which I would love to get at some point. It looks like we've got actually two different Dranzer variants here. So we've got this one up on the right and this sort of more traditional one. I think I'm gonna go with, actually I'm probably gonna go with one of the icons just because I like how simple they look. And maybe I'll save these for later if they get sort of messed up, but I'll go ahead and sticker it up, and we'll come back and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So we've got the stickers on it. Looks amazing. Of course, we'll throw it together. So this secondary support part is reverse defensor. This came out in Random Booster 5 for HMS, and then the original came out in Random Booster 4 with Dranzer MF. So kind of interesting. Right, so here it is all pieced together. So you've got the free shaft core for the running core, which is a metal tip. And then you've got, again, the free spinning sub attack ring. This thing looks sick. Very aggressive. I'm not sure how good this this support part is. I think this one is probably better, but it looks so cool. And here it is next to Dranzer MS. Design aesthetic changed quite a bit, but I think they both look amazing, to be honest. All right, let's do a first test launch. Again, very exciting just to have plastic gen stuff that I never owned. It's like getting something new 20 years later. I mean, it is new, but you get what I'm saying. It looks pretty balanced to me. I'm curious how it does in battle with this giant sub-attack ring. Let's throw it up against Dranzer MS first. Not super surprising there. Sub-attack ring is not something that I would expect to do particularly well. Let's try it again. Not even close. Let's throw it up against Dragoon MF, and then we may switch the support part and see how it does with something a little less crazy than the current sub-attack ring. Oof. All right, I'm switching the sub-attack ring. All right, we've got the other sub-attack ring here. This looks way more viable to me. Let's see how well it does. I think the running core for Dranzer is a little tall. It's a little wobbly towards the end. All right, let's throw it back up against Donzer MS and see how it does with the different sub part. It's a little hard to tell which one's which now that it doesn't have the giant wing. Oh, nice. So Dranzer MF took that one. And Dranzer MF takes it again. So way better with the other support part. All right, guys, so final thoughts. I think I've said this in just about every video, but very cool to be getting HMS repros at this point, because this is sort of a good in-between between Plastic Gen and Metal Fight. I think it keeps the aesthetic of the original series while introducing metal. Aesthetically, I think it's one of the best looking periods of Beyblade, mixing sort of metal and Plastic Gen. I just think the aesthetic looks really cool. And for anybody that wants to get into HMS, this is a great time because a lot of HMS stuff has gotten expensive or a little more fragile. And so you can basically start with these repros and get a ton of stuff, and they perform really well. In fact, the plastic is actually stronger than the original. So these are fairly durable. Again, big thank you to Benchblade. If you guys want to see more HMS stuff in the future, things like Wolborg MS or Arrow or Drigger or any of the other HMS releases in repro form, definitely support Benchblade where you can. These take a lot to produce. You have to basically pay for the molds. And I mean, you're not just molding plastic, you're molding metal too. There's a lot of small parts with really low tolerances. So it's not a cheap process. So HMS failed the first time because we didn't buy it. So if we want more HMS and we want HMS to succeed, we need to support it when you know, people are coming up with these reproduction products. So I know there's a few other people working on stuff too, which is very exciting. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I know HMS has been seeing a decent amount of competitive play lately as well, especially with the resurgence of some of these newer products coming into the fray. So I know Florida is doing some HMS tournaments, California is doing some HMS tournaments. So hopefully as more people get into the system, we'll be able to do more competitive stuff with the series. It's one that I really don't know that much about. Like, for Hasbro, we didn't get that many releases, so trying to build competitively around it was just like never really an option unless you invested in the Japanese stuff, which I had very little of. So it's very exciting to touch something that is like 20 years old at this point, that is fresh to me in terms of like competitive and the part viability and all of that stuff. I don't know what's good, I don't know what's not good, but it's fun to learn about it now, so many years later, and be able to retain the aesthetic of the original series. So anyway, that's it. I could ramble about this forever. If you guys could smash the like button, subscribe if you guys haven't already for future Beyblade content, drop a comment letting me know what repros you would like to see Benchblade do in the future. I'm really hoping for Wolborg and Arrow. I think Arrow is really cool looking, as well as, you know, some HMS grips and stuff. But yeah, this is pretty much all I've got. If you guys want to hype the video too, it's a new feature that YouTube introduced. Basically, if you're on mobile, you can scroll over past the like, and there's a little hype thing. I think it helps with the algorithm. If you guys want to smash that, I'd appreciate it. I don't really know what it does. YouTube hasn't really explained it that well, but I think it helps the video. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.